Today on Daily Blast Live. 50 years later, the battles that outlived Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This, as a nation, honors his legacy. Matt Lauer is moving out, or did he get kicked out of his Hamptons home? Plus, from Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Mike the Situation and Vinny tells us how Jers days have changed.
Moms party harder than 20-year-old college boys.
And the Roseanne reboot? Even an episode not about politics cannot escape the politics. And it all starts right now.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live, everybody. I'm here with Erica Cobb, Sam Shocker, and comedian Al Jackson. Let's get started.
Yes.
Important day. Today, all of us here at Daily Blast Live and the nation remember the life and legacy of a man who changed the world, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today is the 50th anniversary of the assassination of Dr. King at a Memphis hotel. People nationwide are honoring this day and the work he did to end racism. And just moments ago, Dr. King's family rang a bell 39 times, symbolizing his age at the time of his death. Let's pause to listen for a moment. And at sites across the nation, from Washington, D.C., Memphis, Tennessee, and in Atlanta, wreaths were laid at his memorial. Speakers throughout the day paid tribute to Dr. King's legacy. Here's some of what they said.
From this balcony, we decided we would not let one bullet kill a movement. We never stopped fighting.
That a bullet could silence his voice, but not his message, nor the truth that lived in him.
Wow, that was moving. And I believe that was from the hotel where he was.
The motel, yeah.
Right, the motel.
You know, I think one thing that people don't think about is the fact that he was only 39 when he was assassinated.
It just hit me that I'm older than he is.
Our age.
Because I'm 39, and right when I read that, I was like, wow.
And I mean, when he became the leader of the civil rights movement, he wasn't even 30. So when you think about that in terms of like, it was almost like he was like a prophet in a lot of respects, and people believed in him and they followed him, and the strength and the type of person that you would have to be able to lead a charge like that at such a young age is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I look at him, and this is kind of a strange thought I'm having, but I wonder how he would do in this day and age, because I feel like now we look at somebody like Dr. King, I feel like we would pick apart his words. Yeah. Everything that he said would end up being dissected on Twitter. And I just like that we have this. Obviously, it's sad that we lost him, but his message of hope, it's really helped me. And I'm taking a page out of Jeff's book, because honestly, as a comic, I'm a cynic, and I don't expect the best from people. And reading his words again today and being able to be around you guys for the last 6 months has really showed me that, like, obviously we have so far to go, but things are better. And I've had, in between our 3 p.m. show, and now I've had a chance to think about that things are getting a little bit better. And I hope that we can continue on that path. Just raising black boys in this society, I couldn't imagine trying to do it in the 1960s when you're talking about sundown towns where black men needed to be off the street by 6 o'clock or something would happen, where their kids would be gone. I mean, it's different.
I still can't fathom that existed. I still can't.
That's 12 years before I was born.
Your ancestors, your grandparents, your parents.
Our
When
parents.
your parents
That's
went
our
through
parents.
Like I
Erica,
said, they read Little Black Sambo during my dad's, when he was in preschool. His teacher read it to the class, and my dad said she would laugh so much that she would have to take her glasses off because they'd be fogged up because she'd be laughing so hard. So it's like, and I mean,
what would your parents say to you? I mean, to both. What would your mom and dad tell you about what they experienced?
See, I think when we talk about like when you're stopped by a police officer, even for my parents, a lot of it was interracial dating, especially when it came to my brothers. They taught us how to survive in a system and in an environment that they had to learn how to survive in. So the things that my parents said to me that I felt were so antiquated and so different from what my friends were learning about, now I understand. Like, I've told my parents recently, I get it. I understand the world that we live in, and I understand why you told us the things that you told us.
Wow, I've never been taught how to survive. That's the difference between my white privilege and what you two have had to experience.
And back what you said, Al, like I listen to a Martin Luther King quote almost every morning because it comes up in every positive thing that I listen to. And I don't have it with me right now, but I almost remember it. I'm sure you know it. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, crawl. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but keep moving forward.
Love that.
Keep moving forward.
Amen.
And I listen to it every single day.
What a way to honor him.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Jeff.
And so many of our viewers wrote in to share their comments about our coverage of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We are thankful to share our voice and your voice, DBL Nation. Thank you so much for all your comments. All right, guys, let's take a breath. Let's move on. There's other things happening right now.
Absolutely. Positive. That
Roseanne.
was a positive conversation.
That was a positive.
Yes, Roseanne.
Roseanne. We're going to get to Roseanne right now because she's back and you guys are still watching. Ratings just came in and 15.2 people tuned in last night. That's compared to 25 million who watched the premiere. Those numbers are sure to grow as delayed viewing numbers come in, meaning off the DVR and things like that. But let's not get confused. 15.2 million is astonishing numbers.
It's not as good as us, but they're doing better. So, good luck to you guys, Roseanne. You know, it's a good thing. I just kind of wonder, maybe this is me going back to being cynical, but we never, when we do talk about ratings, this is the only show we talked about, like, oh, and also delayed viewership. I don't know, I think people are trying to make a big point of like, hey, conservatives are watching the show. They clearly are, that's cool, but I don't know, I just think that a lot's being made of these ratings.
I saw a lot of people disappointed, though, Eric. I saw people on social media yesterday, because I was trying to tweet along with them, saying that they thought it would be more political, that they were let down by that.
I think that the first two episodes, because technically this was the third that aired yesterday, the first two episodes delved in so much and gave everybody what they wanted, but it was almost like watching a trailer and the best parts we've already seen. And I'm not saying that it won't be better and it won't grow from that, but I think that the expectation was that this was going to play throughout. And I think they are trying to incorporate all of the other elements in terms of the adoption, the surrogacies, the opioid crisis. They're trying to get it all in. So it might be a while before we see something political.
Right. And let's not forget, this was all pre-taped, so they had no idea the success of the first show to continue on the same path. So we'll see where they're going to go from here.
And also, they do have to cater to a market that might not want to see politics, so they also have to have a couple episodes that are just sitcom episodes.
Absolutely. And this just in, Tanya Harding is ready for her comeback. That's right. A source tells Us Weekly Tanya is set to compete on Dancing with the Stars. It will be the first ever all-athlete season. Tanya landed in the spotlight this year, of course, with the release of I, Tanya, the Oscar-nominated film. Now, you said, thank gosh.
No, I said, oh gosh.
Oh, good, because I was ready to come back at you.
This is, I know, Eric, that everybody deserves their comeback, but so far we've seen zero remorse from Tanya Harding. She plays the victim when she took away Nancy Kerrigan's chance at gold in the Olympics, and yet she's somehow a star because there was just an Oscar-worthy movie made about her. This is really unsettling.
Which I thought the facts were played within that movie as well. I mean, they really presented her as a hero. They didn't explain the fact that she couldn't tell the FBI why Nancy Kerrigan's skate schedule was found, with one of the guys that was allegedly the one that hit her knee.
Of course. I mean
so
much.
It's just so interesting how we play with the facts. I mean, this woman assaulted another woman. Will we do this with Ike Turner? Would he be on Dance with the Stars? He beat up a woman?
I think that everyone deserves a comeback, but I don't believe that you get to come back to where you left. So if you
she was also never apologized.
Right. I mean, I think that you deserve an opportunity for a second chance, but that doesn't mean that you deserve all the shine when you first come back. That there should be contrition. There should be ways that you are atoning for what you've done. There should be a climb. We need to see that, because when you don't, you just assume that everything happens by osmosis, which apparently it does.
And we'll see how far she lasts, because the audience votes on Dancing with the Stars.
But you know she's going to be good.
We'll see. Let's head over to digital producer Brett Forrest with news at this moment.
Augusta National held its par 3 golf tournament today ahead of the Masters tomorrow. And there's always some trick shots and the occasional hole-in-one, golf's coveted holy grail of shots. Take a look. There were actually 3 hole-in-ones today, but this one might be the most special. That's Jack Nicklaus's 15-year-old grandson, Gary, teeing off on the 9th hole. He was Jack's caddy for the day. And would you look at that? There it goes. Get in the hole. Oh, it's in the hole. It's in the hole. That is Gary's first ace of his life, and what a special moment to share with his grandfather. Some tears were shed, and he's with some of the best golfers on the planet. One day, I hope I'm as cool as that 15-year-old kid. Nice work.
That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
I remember one time
he's never had to work, so it's time to play golf.
Oh, come
he hit a hole in one.
Yeah, I would do that too if I didn't have to work.
Never,
ever. He's never had to work.
What
is he doing?
Spice Girl fans, Al's going to complain, but grab your passports because London is calling. Tori Shulman had this trending story coming in hot.
Oh, Al, get ready to spice up your life. Spice up your life. A Spice Girls exhibit is coming to London. It's called Spice Up London, and they say it's going to be the biggest music exhibition ever. You can see their stage costumes, thousands of memorabilia items, and even take dance classes. The double-decker bus from the movie Spice World is being refurbished for the first time ever. Fans will be able to hop on board and tour London. I needed this exhibit like I never needed an exhibit before. The exhibit opens on July 28th.
I make a lot of fun, but I want to go because I heard they have the software that they created their voice in there. You know, you can put your own voice in there and they'll make you a pop star too. It's great. I mean, what are they, real singers? They're not real.
I'll tell you. Well, George Jefferson was moving on up, and Matt Lauer is moving on out. He's out of his Hamptons home, so where is he going next? And Cynthia Nixon talks about her inspiration to run for office. Her reason is coming up next.
Okay, we're taking on Al's commitment that he can hit a hole in one that easily.
I'm saying when your last name's Nicholas, you never have to work a day in your life, period. Erica, is that correct? So you have plenty of time to do what?
I know
goof
a few
around on the golf course.
You can goof around all day and never hit a hole in one. What's your story?
But it increases your probability when you're not working a double shift.
I do have a hole in one story.
Okay, hit it.
I did get a hole in one.
And training. He's a caddy.
Okay.
I hit a hole in one, but I hit the ridge. And then it bounced from the ridge and it went onto the green and went in the hole. It's still a hole in one.
That's still a hole. You really hit one?
I really hit one. I still have the ball.
From where? Par?
It was a par 3, yeah. It was a par 3 course. But my story is, so we went to this charity thing one time, and it's very, very, very hard to hit a hole in one. Like, some people play golf their whole life and never hit one. So, of course, we were at this charity thing, and they're like, $20 if you get a hole in one, you can win $1 million. So I was like, that's not bad. It's $20 for charity. I'm like, cool. So everyone gives $20. I'm like, so what happens if I get a hole in one? Because, you know, it's like winning the lotto. I really think I was going to get
You definitely think
I definitely thought I was going to get a hole in one.
You got your
Yeah,
whole
so I'm
things
like, so what
prepped.
happens now? I'm like, do you just...
You house?
Yeah, do you write me a check right here? Like, what happens, like, once I get this hole in one? And they're like, by the way, I hit it in the water. I didn't even come close. But they're like, no, you get a hole in one here, then we fly you to Florida, and then you have to go on a tee, and then you have to hit a hole in one there, and we give you $1 million.
So that's
I'm like,
2 in 1.
You have to hit 2 hole in ones in a row on demand, on call, and then you get $1 million. I'm like, and I go, here's my million, here's my $20. Thanks for the.
Yeah, I don't even want to hit it. That's amazing. Guys, let us know if you've ever hit a hole in one, or what's your best sports moment. Does anyone have a sports moment that really, like, they can't forget?
I know mine.
Okay, go ahead. Swimmer, she's from UCLA.
So my first placing at nationals for me, I was 14 years old, and before you go into finals, you do a lap around the pool, the final 8. So
not a lap, but like a lap.
Yeah, you walk around the pool,
walk,
and
okay.
there's like spectators, and they play a song, and the person that qualified first, I was qualified 8. The person that qualified first picks a song. They picked Green Day's When I Come Around, and I ended up getting second. So that was a big deal for me. So that was exciting.
Let us know your favorite sports moments.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live, or welcome back, I should say. Let's get to more of the top trending stories right now, because Cynthia Nixon, a.k.a. Miranda Hobbs from Sex and the City, is running for New York governor. That's right. So this morning, she stopped by the Wendy Williams show to talk about what inspired her to run for office.
I have to say that for me, the election of Donald Trump was a real wake-up call, and as it was a wake-up call for women across the country, that if we don't like the direction our government is going in, we have to step up and we have to get involved like never before.
A wake-up call. White women voted Trump into office. Like, what do you mean? I think that, yeah.
But there's still a disproportionate amount of women in politics, Al. Like, you're totally looking for you're looking to criticize a statement.
No, I'm just saying she said the election of Donald Trump, but I think that there's a lot more of her.
There's very few women in politics, and her whole point of view right there was women need to step up and need to start being more political. And thank God we're seeing that initiative now more than ever.
They have. I mean, across the board, like from very small local elections to the top elections, you're seeing a historical increase in the amount of women who are running. And I think that message just should resonate with everyone. If you don't like something, do something about it. Because let me tell you, most of us, or people who are your adversaries, are counting on the fact you ain't gonna do squat. So that's the whole thing. So be active, be proactive, and I commend her for doing this.
Yep. Think local, act global. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't like that Sam said something that profound and then completely goes, is that what it is?
I just didn't know if I flipped it.
If you see something, say something. Is that right?
You know me, Al. Sorry, I always get things wrong. Go ahead.
You nailed it, though, Sam. You nailed it that time. Matt Lauer is moving right now and moving out. Moving right on. See, I switched it up too, Sam. I screwed up. Us Weekly reports the former Today Show host has finally moved out of the home he shared with his estranged wife, Annette Roque, in the Hamptons. According to an inside source, Matt was refusing to leave because he was concerned how it would look to the media in the wake of him being fired by NBC. That's what he was worried about.
He's worried about his reputation.
Worried about that. Yeah.
This guy's the biggest narcissist POS on the planet.
Yeah.
Honestly, him and Harvey Weinstein.
And where's he moving to? His Manhattan home, his house in the country. I mean, he's got 4 other homes. He's moving out of this one. Big deal.
Rough life.
Yeah. But that just lets you know his first thought is like, how is this going to look on me?
Yeah.
Rather than like, what do I need to do to give my wife peace?
Thank you.
After decades of this nonsense that he's been taking care of.
It's like, bruh, nobody's checking for you, boo.
It's over.
Nobody.
It's over. It's over, Matt. Do whatever you want to at this point.
Does he have a comeback?
Oh, that's a good question.
I did say before that, yes, he can have a comeback. Will he be Matt Lauer on the Today Show? Absolutely not. But he can have a second act.
Erica,
Absolutely.
I'm putting you on the spot real quick. Give me his comeback. Who does he do his first interview with?
Oh, he definitely has to give it to Ann Curry.
Oh. Woo! That's a good one. I love it. Good job, Erica.
I like it. I like it. And speaking of exes, Tori Shulman has a new trending story coming in extra hot. See what I did there?
If you're thinking of reigniting an old flame, first, evaluate why you broke up in the first place. It's easy to feel nostalgic about an ex, but think about the hard times. If you get back together, how will it be different than before? Next, are you doing it for the right reasons? Breakups bring lots of pain and rejection. Reconciling to erase those feelings is not smart. Instead, consider whether the reasons you want them back outweigh the reason you broke up. And finally, I want you to be realistic. If you get back together, take things very slowly. Having a history complicates any relationship. Don't expect your second time around to be perfect. Rekindling a romance doesn't always work, but it's not hopeless if you both communicate and make the necessary changes. If not, there are more fish in the sea.
Wow.
I mean, she's
Can't
right.
even just read it.
It doesn't always work. It never works.
Yeah.
Move on. There's
right.
9 billion people on the planet.
Right.
4.5 billion are open to your gender. So go find somebody else.
Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work. With my ex, we tried. We got matching tattoos and everything. It didn't work.
Ooh, I can't even imagine trying it with an ex.
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't fun.
What if you had matching tattoos like the Thundercats? Why would you do that?
Why would
Are you comparing me to the Thundercats?
Yes.
Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's happening. Ebony, what's coming up?
Still ahead, is it Auf Wiedersehen for Project Runway? How the Weinstein scandal has jeopardized this reality show's future. And T-shirt time, Mike the Situation and Vinny from Jersey Shore will be right here. Chatting with the Stars is next.
All right, we need to come into over here. Everyone stop talking.
Do you not know the Thundercats?
We all know the Thundercats.
They have matching tattoos.
Oh, you don't know the Thundercats?
I knew he was saying an insult because I
That
could
was
tell.
not
It's
a cartoon.
That's actually pretty cool.
Thundercats are, by the way, Thundercats are amazing.
She's never heard of the Thundercats.
Whoa!
Print on my wall.
That's DuckTales. Ooh.
No, that's not. That's DuckTales. Who did this one? Ready? Earth, wind, fire, power, heart.
Oh, the space.
By our powers combined, we are
Power
Captain
Rangers.
America.
That wasn't the Power Rangers.
Underpants. That's Captain Planet.
Captain Underpants.
Are you just
Captain
saying
Planet.
every captain?
Captain Underpants.
Guys, it's a long day, and at the end of a long day,
Seems like sober but yelling
Thundercats.
drunken answers.
No, I have no idea what that is.
Captain
what that
Underpants.
reminds me of?
So this is what happens when you have a group of people that really, really like each other. We've had a very long day, a very serious topic. Because if you guys were watching, I debated Erin with statistics. We got into it, and at the end of the day, we just want to talk Thundercats.
Al goes, why would you do that?
Oh, by the way, Sam, can you
Sam is so mad at
can you
me.
explain the tattoo, which I still love and saw today? What was your tattoo you got with your ex? It's really cool.
It says eternity. It symbolized the length of our love. Did I get an O from someone in the background?
Who said oh? Who said? I'll find the culprit. I'm taking down the culprit. Don't worry, Sam.
Tori, how do you say reconciling?
Yeah. Tori, how do you say that? Reconciling?
Really? What was the other? There's another cartoon.
Jeff, I thought I was the only one that heard that. I wrote it down.
In today's Chatting with the Stars, we have Mike the Situation and Vinny from Jersey Shore Family Vacation. The new show premieres tomorrow on MTV at 10 p.m. We've got a special sneak peek. Take a look.
I feel like we're classy now.
Party's here!
Well, kinda.
Let the fist pumping begin.
Vinny and Mike, thank you so much for joining us on Daily Blast Live. Everyone here is pumped up. All right, guys, you don't have any children that you know of, but how is it for Snooki and JWoww to be back in the party scene on TV being moms?
No, actually, moms party harder than 20-year-old college boys. They go hard, man. This truly was like
One of our best.
a vacation from our real lives, and we went harder now than we ever did before.
Well, Mike, I know you're sober now. We keep in touch. How was your sobriety tested at any point during this the filming?
I'd be lying if I said no. You know what I mean? I'm human, and it was a challenge to go into the clubs. But I went into Jersey Shore with a very strong base of recovery. I had 2 years sober going in. I had my best friends by my side.
But Mike, I got to ask you, what's going on with the court case now?
That should be resolved very shortly. I tried to do my best to make a negative situation positive. I'm director of public outreach for a rehab in New Jersey.
Good for you, Mike. I'm proud of you, man. And Vinny, you're looking good, man. You look like you're in shape.
Yeah, I'm the keto Guido this season, so I'm on a ketogenic diet, and I don't eat sugar or any pasta or anything like that during the week. But I do give myself epic cheat meals.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know you guys are MVP. You know, I did some reality TV. Mike knows. I'm half Italian. You think you could slip a J in there anywhere? Does it have the same ring to it?
MVPJ?
Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we can make it work, but we're gonna have to audition you though. You got to come out with us. You got to see. MVP is a serious thing.
MVPJ. But if you add Ronnie in it and Jeff, it's MVP Junior.
All right, guys.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for the time, man. Again, congratulations on everything, and can't wait to watch the premiere, guys. I'm super excited, and everyone here at Daily Blast Live is super pumped as well. Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at the moment.
Well, right now, the future of Project Runway is in jeopardy because of Harvey Weinstein. A&E Network has terminated its agreement to air 2 planned seasons of the show on Lifetime. This after sexual assault allegations came out against Weinstein, whose company owns Project Runway. Now, he's also accused of using the reality show to gain access to models. There's a chance the show could still be acquired by A&E as Weinstein's company goes through bankruptcy. A&E has not commented yet, but I'll keep you updated.
Interesting.
You just had an interesting tidbit about, Mike, the situation about this is kind of like a way for him to have a second shot to redeem himself.
Well, I mean, quickly, we were on a show called Marriage Boot Camp together, and I got to spend 2 weeks living in a house with him. And he was, I always talk about him on the show, how like great he was and funny he was, and kind of regretful from his past, and how he wants to right those wrongs. And I knew him when he was sober. That's how I know Mike, and he was always the greatest guy to me, great to Jordan, his wife Lauren. So I wish him all the best. And when you guys watch, I watched the show. I watched the first 2 episodes. He's great and very positive, so everybody should be cheering for him. Here at Daily Blast Live, we love your viral videos like this furry friend who's cruising through the week. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans.
How to make it the beard and red, it goes easy.
30 seconds. So, hey guys, you guys are writing in. You guys are hysterical on the chat, talking about crazy amount of Thundercats is happening. Jason Anderson, is Leo here? Chris Patterson? Really quick, this is a question for you. What if Voltron, Captain Planet, and Power Rangers all tried powering up and joining at the same time? Is there anyone that could beat them? This is from Jason Anderson. Oh, Leo's here, and they said, is Leo still around? Come on in here. So it's Voltron, get in here. Voltron, Captain Planet, and Power Rangers all tied together, and Stu, he's here too. Is there anyone who could beat them?
Adventures in X.
Yep.
Guys, they also have a show called Double Jump that you guys should check out on YouTube about all this.
I mean, Justice League.
Justice League.
I would say even Avengers, depending on what team you use. I'd say like.
Can I ask you guys?
Mega Godzilla.
Mega Godzilla. What would Power Rangers actually power have? Nothing.
Super strong. They can turn into Megazords. They can turn it. They have their dinosaur things. And people can beat the Megazords pretty easily.
Is that their dinosaur self?
Yeah, they're pretty much useless aside from like combining.
So do you want him?
Oh, they're not great as together.
They're great together, bad separately.
Oh, I see. So great together, bad. You know what that's like? That's like America.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, everybody. We have a retraction to make. We said Tanya Harding assaulted somebody. She actually did not assault anybody.
You're
so
right.
That was just,
It was alleged that she was involved. She denies that she was involved. In fact, we have a lot of comments in regard to Tanya. Angela says it will be entertaining, and I hate to admit it, I would watch.
Ooh, all right. The stories never stop.
will be
We don't either, guys. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going, everybody.